Hello, everyone. This is Austin from Raw Bliss. Let's see. I don't know if that helps. There we go. Get a little crazy lighting going on. Today, I wanted to talk about depression. Um, this is something I've struggled a lot with in my life, and as a lot of people do in today's world, today's society, especially during this time and this thing that we're going through and this new way of living. And what's seeming to happen is people are, during this time especially, people are kind of forced to look at themselves because they're, stuck at home. They're not able to go out. And, it brings up a lot of things within yourself, a lot of past emotional traumas that you might have been suppressing. And just realizing how much you stimulate yourself on a regular basis and how little you really take some time to just sit with yourself. So I want to talk about some things that I believe have helped me with depression. I don't believe in any one size fits all approach to this. Depression, is a lot of things. Some people say it's like a chemical reaction. There's drugs to take into account. Like if you've taken drugs and side effects from that, it's staying indoors is huge. Like staying inside four white walls, and you don't see the color green or the color blue or like bright colors. It does it. You're just not as happy in a sense. And so yeah, there's a few different aspects of depression. Diet is huge. Eating fresh fruits and vegetables, even just like a plant-based diet, you'll notice you feel so much better than eating foods that are very dense, very hard to digest. Because when we eat foods that are not in alignment with our body, it's pretty much saying like, oh, I don't love myself, and we can lie to ourselves all day, but that's essentially what it is. So you want to have foods that are in alignment with your body and have your highest self in mind, So, a lot of cooked, denatured foods and foods like animal products in particular, meat, which has a lot of, bad energy around it, like stress, violence, tons of trauma. So not only are you having the trauma that you've experienced in this lifetime from your birth, when you're getting jabbed up, or your umbilical cord's cut right before you come out, rather than letting you connect with the mother for months, weeks, and some time. And people aren't even breastfed anymore. There's so many things. It goes really deep. But the food is a huge aspect. So try to eliminate foods that carry trauma, that carry negative energy, and realize that if you're buying any food, the person who farmed that food is going to carry a certain energy to it. So when you get a food, hold it yourself and put your own intentions into that food, into that water, into that rice, into that hamburger, that McDonald's quarter pounder with Diet Coke, because you're a breatharian and that's all you eat. There's so many things, and intention is really huge. Like people think it doesn't play a part. It doesn't matter what food you're eating. If there's not positive intention behind that, you're not going to get a positive result out of it. And that even goes for fruits and vegetables and juices and coconut water and, our, that the physical aspect is just one aspect to it. So there's been studies that shown that we can change the pH of water and just by putting our intentions into it, and like water holds memory. It's amazing. So yeah, the food is a huge aspect to depression. Another thing that we're constantly on social media, and we're constantly on video games, and we're constantly on our laptop or our computer, we're constantly watching TV or watching movies, we're constantly getting in the thought and in the brain, we're like, you stimulate the brain rather than just being and observing without stimulating, without thought, without judgment, just being. And I've been practicing this a lot recently. I'll just look out the window, look at all the trees blowing in the wind, listen to the birds. And I know it sounds cliche, but when you do this and you really sit there for a good amount of time, joy comes. And like if you're feeling bad, stop doing the things that are making you feel bad. A lot of times when we feel bad, we do things that make us feel worse. And it's really interesting, the human nature. Whatever seems to deceive us is what enchants us. That's a quote, paraphrase from somewhere. But so yeah, depression. If we can't love ourselves and we can't love this present moment, then we're never going to be happy. It doesn't matter what you achieve in life. It doesn't matter how much money you have, how much cars, how big of a family you have. If you can't just sit there and be happy, none of it matters. And you'll see people with the least amount of material wealth in the world are some of the happiest. And I see it constantly here in Asia. And you'll see, in America, the biggest billionaire techs, are not the happiest. I'm not saying they're not happy. They can be. They have to realize that presence first. And it's so huge. This present moment is all we have, and it's so valuable. So that's something I want you guys to take away from this. Try and spend more time in the present moment rather than constantly doing the doing. We're not human doings, are we? We're human beings. Okay, we need to be more rather than do more. We're just constantly doing things, and we have these expectations from parents and society on what we should be or what we should be doing, and like, oh, what's the meaning of life? Like, you got to do this, you got to achieve this, you got to achieve that. It's like, it's not that serious. And it's not like, life should not be this stressful. And the more we can be, the less depression we'll have, is what I've found. And that's just one of many things. We have to align our mental, physical, spiritual bodies. And getting out in nature is huge. Nature kind of forces you in the present moment because, you got the sounds of nature, and you're constantly surrounded by green, which green is like the middle of the light spectrum. So it's the easiest thing to look at. It's very calming. So if you can, get some green in your house, get some plants, get some flowers, or just look out your window. Sit and look out your window. Meditate, breathe deep. And just sit there and just be. I mean, I know we're all we can be going through some tough times, and sometimes it's really hard to just sit there and accept everything that's happening right now. And accept that you might not be able to control it, because we want to control everything and we want to manipulate in our favor, and that's going to lead you into depression as well, because the more you try to control things, the more you realize that it's out of your control, and that'll just make you sad, and you're just wasting your energy on things that are never going to come to fruition. So yeah, these are a few things that helped me with with depression, addiction as well. Yeah, do things that will get you naturally high, like go for a bike ride, or go for a hike. Take a cold shower; it releases endorphins. There's so many things that we can do that are healthy. Do some yoga. It feels so good to stretch your spine out, and we just need to do more healthy habits in our life. And people are complaining about staying at home, and I was doing the same, but it really forced me inward, and really forced me to look at myself, and really forced me to accept myself and to love myself more. And if you can, get around people who are smiling, who are happy. Go for a walk out in the town, and maybe you'll see, little kids playing or something. They'll just be laughing, having a great time. And just something that small, like having a conversation with a neighbor. Get outside of your head. Like, we're just so stuck in our thoughts the whole time. Like, life is not up here. Life is out there. And it's just waiting to be lived. There's, like, the present moment is so beautiful, and it's all we have. Like, everything else is just fake. It's an illusion, because we're just grasping onto the past. And yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just really want to put this out there for people who are dealing with depression in these tough times, these tough situations. And there is a way out. And it starts with you, because you are the creator of your reality. No one else can create anything. No one can put you into a state of fear. You choose fear. You either choose fear or you choose love, okay? People say, like, oh, the police it's the police and the government. It's like, no, it's you. You're in control, and that's the only person in the world. You have to realize that, and you have to take your power back. None of these people can dictate anything over you. They don't realize who you are. They don't even know who they are. Oh, it's a beautiful thing, you guys. Once you tap into this knowledge, this field of energy, this present moment, it's beautiful. And a relaxed person is a powerful person. I'll say that. And a relaxed person is not a depressed person in general. I'm sure there's some circumstances. But remember, circumstances are always changing. Everything is temporary. Nothing is set in stone. There's always ways to move in a direction of more flow, more harmony, more service to the divine creator and to yourself, and tapping into that which is you. And it's a beautiful thing. Hope you guys got something from this video. Give it a like, give it a dislike, comment down below, let me know what you think. Subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Wishing you all well. Peace and love.